Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Maxwell Aguirre, and in this channel I usually share information about health. So today I want to talk about on the steps how you can prepare for the birth and delivery of your kid. At this era, getting a kid is not accidental. Getting a kid is something that you plan before being pregnant, and you have to plan during that pregnancy so that you do not have problems when you get the new member of your family. So this video is for pregnant women, not only pregnant women but also for fathers. If you have a pregnant wife, this video will help you to know on how you can get ready for that day during labor, and for that day when you are welcoming your first, not your first, you are welcoming the new kid in your family. So welcome, enjoy the video and stick to the end. Remember to subscribe because it is only in this channel that you can find health-wise informative content. So welcome, enjoy the video and stick to the end.
I be so sick of you niggas, y'all contradicting. I be so bold myself when you come and fuck me. I feel so ordinary, except when you around me. Treat me like corduroy, you wear me out. Arguments, you air me out. Tripping about you.
So after realizing that you are pregnant, the first time you note that you are pregnant, that's when you should start preparing for the birth of your kid. Do not wait until the last minute. Now you start rushing up and down, because you have a period of 9 months to prepare for the birth of your kid. So the first step of preparing for the birth of your kid is attending antenatal clinics. The moment you do a pregnancy test, or the moment you just realize that you are pregnant, the first thing you need to do is to book an appointment to go to an antenatal clinic. In Kenya and in many African countries, I know that attending antenatal clinics are free of charge. The only thing that you can be charged during the antenatal clinics is that 100 shillings or some amount of money which you should use, which is used to purchase the antenatal booklet or the admission. That is the only amount of money that you can be charged. So attending antenatal clinic as early as possible is important, because you will be given some medications. We have the folic acid medication. So these medications are important to your kid during the first trimester. During the 3rd and 4th week, that is when we find that the neural tube, your baby's neural tubes, are formed during the 3rd and 4th week. So this neural tube is the one that develops to form the head and the spinal cord of your child. So the earlier you start taking the folic acid, the earlier you prevent the formation, the disorders that can come due to improper formation of the neural tubes, such as spina bifida. There's a condition called spina bifida. So the earlier you start the medication, the better the chances of the medication helping your kid. Also, you'll be given the malaria tabs. In Africa, we find that malaria parasites have been found to be associated with abortion. Malaria has been a major contributor to abortions, causes early abortions and miscarriages. That's when you'll go to the clinic, you'll be given folic acid and also the malaria vaccine. Also, in addition to that, you'll be given tetanus toxoid vaccine, and this is essential because it prevents it prevents your kid from having tetanus. So the first step in preparation for the delivery of your kid, to show some love to your kid, you first have to attend the antenatal clinics. Don't start planning on the photo shoots or the baby showers. The first thing, you need to go to the clinic and start taking the medication and be given the tetanus toxoid injection. So the folic acid medication not only prevents the neural tube defects, but it also prevents you from developing anemia. Anemia is a condition whereby you have low amount of blood. So remember at this time, you are not only alone. there's someone who is developing inside your body. So you will start sharing the blood, you will start sharing your blood with your unborn child. So it is essential to have the right amount of blood so that you do not get the complications of pregnancy. You do not get anemia. Also, attending your clinic early can help detect abnormalities, and you will also be given health education. You will also be given health education on the diet to take. So after taking the medication, you should also do a scan. And the scan will help you to understand the gender of the child, and this will be essential in the preparation of the birth of your kid. When you attend the antenatal clinics, do not just go there for the sake of going. Go there while at the back of your mind you know what is taking you there. You should ask questions. Don't just go there because others are going. Go there, ask questions. They will tell you. These healthcare providers are most of them are good. Whenever you start asking questions, the medical practitioners, the medical staffs who are there at the clinic will have the eagerness to tell you, will have the zeal or the eagerness to talk to you, to give you more information. Most women do not want to be told anything, but when you ask them questions, you will encourage them to share the information they have. They have this information, but they do not share because most ladies are don't care. So ask questions, ask them anything you have in mind, especially when it is your first kid. The second step in preparing for the delivery of your kid is purchasing your unborn child's clothes. Yes, you should start as soon as possible in purchasing your child's clothes. Why should you start as early as possible? You know, most of the children's clothes are very expensive. It is only the moment you have a kid that you realize that the children's clothing and essentials are expensive. So starting as early as possible will enable you, by the time you reach the time you are delivering the kid, you will have enough clothes for your kid. On top of that, you should also consider buying the towels you will use during labor. When you are purchasing the towels which you will carry your baby after the delivery of your baby, ensure you buy a comfortable towel. The towel should not have rough edges, and the towel should not have strong scents. You see, and the towel should have the ability to conserve heat, to keep your baby warm. Those are the factors you should consider when purchasing your kids' clothes. Also, because you have attended the antenatal clinic and you have done a scan, which means you will know the sex of the baby. So when you have been told that the child will be a male or a female, you should start purchasing the baby's clothes as soon as possible. You can also, sometimes there can be errors in the identifying the sex of the kid. So, but the advantage is that most of the children's clothes are unisex. Most clothes for the babies are unisex. So you should consider purchasing your child's clothes as early as possible. To add on that, you should start preparing on where your baby will sleep. Yes, in your bedroom. You can buy, if you are financially stable, you can buy the baby's bed. If possible, it is not good to share the bed with you, your husband, and the child, because sometimes we have people who don't know how to sleep. They can start by sleeping on one side of the bed, and they find themselves on the leg side of the bed. So when you are sharing the bed with your kid, you might forget and sleep on your kid. So it is good to purchase your baby's own bed. Don't forget to buy the baby carriers, the diapers, yes, things like that, essential items for the baby. The third step in preparing for the birth of your kid is identifying the name of your child. you have done a scan, you have found the gender of the kid, you should start thinking about what to name your child as soon as possible. Don't wait until the last minutes. Don't wait until the baby is born now that you start thinking about the name of the kid. Start as early as possible. And when you are choosing the name of your kid, do not give your name, do not choose older names. It's not good giving your child. We have some names which were used by the other generation. It's not good. Give your child a name which they can be proud of. So you can start reading novels. You can start research on Google. You can search on TikTok on very trending baby names. Don't call your child Petronilla, Margaret, Peter. Such names are outdated. Don't call your child such names. Don't call them which other names. We have Margaret, we have Peter, we have Nightingale, Nightingale, Petronilla. Such names are outdated. You should search for new names, modern names. Of late I've seen that most women call their babies Jaden, but I think Jaden have been overused. Jaden has been overused. Choose other names like Queen, Quinola, so that these names, whenever somebody hears the name of this kid, he or she just knows that this kid belongs to the new generation. We have some names when you are just told. When someone tells you that he is called Wilberforce, you just know this person probably is on her 50s or her 40s, because nowadays we don't call children names. We don't give children outdated names. Give them modern names. Go read on novels. Give them good names. Yes. Start thinking about the name of your child as early as possible, as soon as you are on your first trimester. The importance of identifying your child's name is because the moment the kid is born, there are some situations whereby you will be required to submit the name of the kid. In Kenya, when a kid is born, you need to be given a notification, and in the notification you must put the name of your kid. It is good to put the name of your kid. Sometimes you ask the mother, what should we call your child? The mother says that they have not yet decided on the name, or they tell you, wait, my husband is coming. No. When you are going to deliver your kid, you should be ready with the name of your child. Also, sometimes when there have been complications during birth and the baby has not been born healthy, there are some conditions which can force the baby not to be born well. So during that time, you will find that the kid will need to go to the newborn unit, and in the newborn unit they will also require the name of the kid. It is not good calling your name. In such situations, we find that mostly we call the babies by their mother's name. So it's not good to. It is good for you to have the kid's name as early as possible, so that to avoid such occurrences. Number four, you should start deciding on the location or the hospital where you want to deliver your kid. Yes, start thinking about the place you will deliver your child as early as possible. When you just click the second trimester, the second trimester is the time between the 4th and the 7th month. So when you are 3 months pregnant, you are 4 months pregnant, start thinking on the location where you want to deliver your kid. So when you are choosing the location or the hospital where you want to deliver your kid, you should consider a convenient location. Choose a place that is close to your workplace, or a place that is close to your home. Yes, choose a place that is close to your workplace or your home because of convenience. Don't choose to deliver in Nairobi. Don't choose a hospital which is in Mombasa when you are living in Nairobi. Choose a hospital that is within or that is closest. You should also consider the quality of services in these hospitals. You should check the history of the hospital. You should ask mothers who have attended the clinics, who have delivered their kids in such hospitals, if they offer quality services. So the earlier you start thinking about the place whereby you will deliver your kid, the better chance, the better you will get ready to deliver the kid. Also, while thinking about the place to deliver your kid, you should also start thinking of the means of payment. Do you have a Linda Mama? In Kenya we have something we call Linda Mama, whereby the government helps you in sorting the bills for your delivery. The government pays for the delivery of children in Kenya. Also, consider if the hospital accepts Linda Mama or accept NHIF. Does your insurance cover the expenses, the delivery expenses? You should start thinking on that. Will you pay using your NHIF? Will you pay using your Linda Mama, or will you pay using cash? All those factors should be used in deciding on the hospital you are planning to deliver your child. Number 5, decide on the mode of transport. Decide on how you will get to that hospital. Will you use a boda boda? Will you use a tuk-tuk? Will you use a public means, or will you use a private means? You have decided that I will deliver in Nairobi Women's Hospital, but how will I get there? Will I get there walking? Will I get there using a tuk-tuk? Or who will take me to that hospital? So these are the things you need to answer. These are the things you need to consider. When choosing the means of transport to the hospital, you should also start preparing on the fare. If you will be using a public means, make sure you have the amount of fare, the amount of money which will help you move from where you are to the hospital. And next, prepare your delivery bag. Yes. Prepare your delivery bag. When you hit 30 weeks, that's when you should start preparing your delivery bag. You should have a bag whereby when labor kicks in, you do not think twice, you just carry the bag and go to the hospital. So when you hit that 30 weeks, that's when you should start preparing your delivery bag. So what should this bag contain? This bag should have your baby's clothes, which you purchased earlier. You should have the baby's towels. By saying towel, I'm not meaning the towel we use during bathing. No, it's not the towel you use during bathing, after bath. No, there is special towels. We have special kids towels. Also on that, you should consider having cotton. Just buy a roll of cotton. It is not an expensive. It is something like 150 or 100. Just carry one, especially for mothers who want to deliver in public hospitals. You just understand the nature of our public hospitals. We don't have proper supply of essential items. So having your own cotton will be good, because you'll use it after delivery. The cotton will be used in absorbing the blood that comes out after delivery. So having one of your own will be comfortable. You should not keep on borrowing from the staffs. So having one will be essential. So pack a cotton in your bag. You can carry some snacks. Sometimes you have prolonged labor. Labor can take 2 to 3 days, or sometimes you can go and have a cesarean section. So carrying some snacks is essential. It will keep you energized. It will keep you energized during labor. So finally, make home arrangements. Yes, make home arrangements. This is the final point. Make home arrangements. Make sure decide on how, when you go to the hospital, how will you leave your home? How will you leave your husband? How will you leave your children? Who will take you to the hospital? If you go to the hospital with your husband, how will the rest of the children be? In a family, you find that The SI unit of a family is the mother. It is the mother who arranges and knows how different family members operate. Sometimes the fathers even forget the grades or the class which their children are. They even sometimes forget the names of their children. But as a mother, you find that you're the one who knows your children. So when you are leaving them going to deliver their sibling, how are you leaving them? Who will take them? Who will take care of them? Is it the neighbors? Do you have someone who will remain at home with them? Do you have a house help, or do you have either your sister or someone whom you can call and sit with your children? And also, while making that arrangement, you should also decide on who will take you to the hospital. You can call your mother, your sister, your aunt, someone you are comfortable with, so that you do not go to the hospital alone. Yes, you should not go to the hospital alone. At that period when you are delivering, that period when you are in the labor, who will remain with your bag? Or in case you go for a cesarean section, who will remain with your property? Or you find that after the cesarean section, you will not be conscious, or you will not be able to carry your own baby. So who will receive the baby? You should make such arrangements. Who will be with you during labor? So these decisions are essential. They will help you have a proper delivery. I have come to the end of my video, whereby I've told you about the step by step on how to prepare for the delivery of your newborn baby. So when you are ready, always, when you start preparing early, you will have a smooth delivery. You see, you will deliver your child stress-free. And even in case something happens, you will be ready for anything that will happen thereafter. So with that said and done, I wish you all the best in the delivery of your child, and I pray that may God bless you and may God guide you during the birth of your child, and I wish you and your child a long life. So bye bye for now. Let's meet in another video.